The next event on the APRC calendar is the Rally of Indonesia, an event known for extreme heat and thick dust. MRF Mitsubishi finished first and second in Indonesia in 2007. Can Motor Image Subaru reverse the trend? The fifth round of the APRC is Rally Indonesia, and it's one of the toughest events on the calendar, with temperatures that reach 50 degrees C inside the cars and roads that are rough, dusty and slippery. Indonesia is situated north of Australia and has the fourth largest population in the world, 210 million people spread across 17,000 islands spanning the equator. The ancient port city of Makassar in South Sulawesi is the base for Rally Indonesia, a vibrant, bustling city and now the scene of major redevelopment. And as Rally Indonesia is on the World Rally Championship calendar for 2010, the event has a brand new event centre for a service park and headquarters. As the cars are assembled for the start ceremony, plenty of local fans come out to welcome the international drivers who are looking forward to the challenging Indonesian conditions.
Yeah, rough and very sandy, basically no road base whatsoever. Someone just taking a grader along through the grass, and that's the road.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable with the car right now, so I think we'll go for a bit of attack, and it's time to drive fast now, I think.
Yeah, I've rated this event for the last few years as the toughest in the championship, simply because of the heat. And then the roads are quite slippery and quite low speed, so that means it's even more heat in the car. You don't get sort of a lot of fresh air through the car. So very, very challenging.
They're going to be very rough, and especially the second time through, and there'll also be lots and lots of rocks. I think it'll be a matter of trying to keep the middle of the road and avoid the rocks as best you can and have no punches, and you'll do quite well, I think. But it certainly will be hard on the cars, and it'll certainly be hard on the crews with the heat and dust.
How do you handle the heat here, Katsu?
Just Japanese style. Pray.
Right.
No, just joke. So we have some cool suits here, so no problem.
The heat, yeah, we drink a lot of water. Like yesterday in Reiki, we drink about maybe 7-8 liters per person. I'm 7 liter, Bill 7 liter. Yeah, we have to do that because all the liquid just comes out everywhere.
Three, 2, 1, go. 50 wet into 2 left.
Next day, the action begins with Crocker first away,
6 right.
followed by championship leader Taguchi. After finishing first and second last year, MRF Mitsubishi is confident of a good result, and Taguchi immediately sets the pace, fastest by 1.7 seconds on the first stage.
30, 2 right minus, long, tighten.
And backing up Mitsubishi expectations for the event, Taguchi's Indian teammate Gaurav Gill is second fastest. Third is local hotshot Rifat Sunkar in the Motor Image Subaru. He's 9 seconds slower than Taguchi.
2 left plus, 30, easy 4 left, tightens.
Australian Scott Pedder is fourth fastest. Surprisingly, Cody Crocker is only fifth quickest and nearly 16 seconds slower than Taguchi. He does manage third fastest on the second stage, but he's still 31 seconds off the pace. And at the end of the stage, it's obvious why.
The pressure's on us. We've lost a lot of power for some reason. Right from the very start, so we're running way down, long way back, so it's going to put a lot of pressure on us to try and catch it up when they can fix the problem.
With Crocker in fourth place, teammate Sunkar is third after 2 stages, happy in home conditions. Taguchi's comfortably quicker than his 2 Subaru rivals, but after 2 stages finds himself in second place, 8.5 seconds off the lead. That lead is held by Taguchi's teammate Gill, a full 10 seconds faster on stage 2 and leaping into the lead.
Going well, Gaurav?
Oh yeah, pretty happy with the way the car's going.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, you look like you're pushing pretty hard. And
Well,
time seem to suggest that.
Yeah, I'm just driving the way I drive now. I'm very comfortable with the car. The car's pretty good. So the team's done a good job. The tires are working very well.
However, for MRF teammate Peter, stage 2 is a disaster. He's hit a dry creek bed at full speed, splitting a brake line and bending a front cross member. With engine woes as well, the situation is not looking good. And the team's problems continue on stage 3, when Taguchi has a puncture that requires a mid-stage change, losing 2 minutes and dropping to 3rd place. But he's not the only one with a puncture. Sunkar too is forced to change mid-stage and falls to 4th.
Which is it? Left rear or front? Left rear. Belts first, intercom.
So Gill easily wins the next 2 stages, and by the midday service break back in Makassar, the young Indian has a 1 minute and 7 second lead over second place Crocker.
We had a nice smooth run, especially the last one. Well, yeah, you have to push. I mean, end of the day, it's if you don't push, you can't get the best of the times. So there is pushing, but I mean, you have to just find the best line, the best limit.
Unfortunately, a plug looked like it was on, managed to come off during the stage, so we lost a lot of power. We had no cam timing effectively, so unfortunately, that's the things that happen.
Just puncture. We just SS3. We just 1 kilometers from the start. We had the light rear tires get puncture, so we couldn't drive anymore. So we immediately changed the tires.
Just a bad note on my part. There was a sort of dry creek bed that we noted didn't give it much attention in the notes and came through there pretty much flat in 4th gear and without braking, and it was a big impact. We've bent the front cross member, and we took the brake line, one of the brake lines off, so we had the next 3 stages with no brakes. So that's what cost us most of the time.
In the afternoon, the battle resumes, with Gill winning the first stage, but by only 0.8 of a second from teammate Taguchi. On stage 6, Taguchi is literally flying, winning the 19-kilometre test by 16 seconds.
Danger, slow, bad, straight.
Second fastest for the stage is Crocker. With full power restored, the motor image driver ups his pace and tries to narrow the gap to Gill and stay ahead of the charging Taguchi.
5 left, tightens, 30, 3 right, 50, to 3 right, 50, 3 left into turn 2 right.
With a comfortable 1 minute and 12 second lead, Gill is happy to ease off slightly on stage 6 and let his more experienced rivals try to catch him. There are plenty of local fans lining the rally route to cheer Subaru driver Sunkar, the young Indonesian who's 4th after 6 stages. But there's drama for Gill on the 25-kilometre stage 7. A gearbox mount breaks and he's forced to reduce his speed, dropping over 1 minute.
100.
After the stage, Gill and co-driver Jagdev Singh make roadside repairs, but their lead margin is now only 17 seconds.
We've got a mounting broken. The gearbox mounting is completely sheared off, so it's just going all over the place. So just want to take it easy so that we don't lose the gears. So just cruising though.
Second place Crocker sees his opportunity to take some more time off Gill, and on the final stage of the day pushes to the limit and reduces the gap to 14.3 seconds. Back down the order and sitting in 6th place is Scott Pedder, regularly setting top 4 times in the afternoon stages, but with little hope of moving further up the leaderboard. New Zealander Brian Green is holding 5th, but like everyone else, his day hasn't been trouble-free either.
Yeah, it's been a long, hot, dusty, rough day. We've broken 2 struts today and 1 puncher, so it hasn't been a really good day for us at all, unfortunately.
On his home event, Rifat Sungkar would like to be further up the APRC field, but 4th place at the end of day 1 means that the Motor Image Subaru driver is only 1 spot off a podium finish, and he is leading the Indonesian National Rally Championship contest.
150. Braking, 5 left short.
First stage, we're doing really good. Second stage, we're doing good. Third stage, we have a puncture. So after we practicing 6 times before the rally, so we managed to have a good, puncture replacement for less than 2 minutes. But anyway, we lost about 2 minutes.
After a stage 3 puncture and falling nearly 3 minutes behind the leaders, Taguchi has driven his heart out all afternoon to hold 3rd place and reduce the deficit to 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Anything can be happen because road condition going to rough, especially the second time through. So maybe everybody had its chance to get puncture and maybe damage the car. So we just keep trying, keep going.
Crocker too has managed to haul himself back into contention with a spirited drive in the afternoon, but there's still work to be done tomorrow.
3:30, 4 left, 50.
We fixed obviously the problem with the sensor. There's a problem with the sensor on the car this morning, which lost us lots of power, and we went the wrong tyres this afternoon, so we didn't quite get back to what we wanted to do. But then Gill had some trouble as well, so we're all having trouble. So it's almost a lottery as to who ends up in front. But I think we're about 15 seconds behind Gill at the moment, and we'll push on tomorrow. We'll get the right tyres in the morning, and hopefully that'll be the difference.
This day, though, belongs to Gill, who, along with new co-driver Jagdev Singh, has taken on his more experienced rivals and showed he is a major contender for an outright win.
It's been amazing. We had good speed. I was very comfortable with the car. I think the tires working very well here. But we had some issues on the second stage. We broke our gearbox mounting. So I really had to nurse the car through, but we didn't lose a lot of time. We did lose about a minute, I think. But we managed to pull out, be almost equal with the front runners on the last stage. So we're leading with about, I think, 15, 17 seconds today, and it's lovely. It's good. I'm really excited about it, and we're going to start first tomorrow.
So after day 1, Gill leads Crocker by 14.3 seconds, with Taguchi 1 minute 23.9 seconds further back. After his stage 3 puncture, Sungkar is 3 minutes and 14 seconds behind the leader. It's day 2 of Rally Indonesia, and there's drama at the start of the first stage when Gill checks into time control 1 minute late after getting a puncture on the main road. The MRF Mitsubishi team has handed a 10-second penalty, and his lead is slashed at 4.3 seconds, and the day hasn't even started yet. So at the start of the first stage, the pressure really is on Gill, especially with 2 former APRC champions ready to pounce and take back the lead should the young Indian driver falter.
2, 1, go. 85 left, 40 squiggle.
Crocker applies the pressure immediately. On roads that are much smoother and faster than the previous days, he goes 3.7 seconds faster than Gill to narrow the gap down to 0.6 of a second.
7 left, in narrow, super danger, slow 80, turn 3 right, rough, narrow. Turn 3 right, rough, narrow, 40. Rough brow and turn 3 right, 80.
But it's Taguchi who's fastest on the opening 22-kilometre test, taking 10 seconds off the rally leader. On the next test, Gill and Crocker continue their titanic battle. Crocker just edging out Gill by 0.2 of a second and bringing the gap down to just 0.4 of a second. It can only be a matter of time before one of them cracks.
10 crest 80. Just 10 crest 80. Slow 8 left mid narrow 40. Turn 4 right mid.
Gill, though, has other ideas, responding to the pressure from Crocker, and on the final stage of the morning goes 3.3 seconds faster. The gap is back to 3.7 seconds at the midday service break. Behind the battle at the front, Taguchi has been setting blistering times, winning stages 10 and 11 and reducing the gap to second place to under 59 seconds.
We need to try to get the 3 points today, leg points. So we will see next group with same speed, maybe fast as possible. We try quite hard.
Sitting in fourth is Sunka, but the motor image driver has had a troubled morning with gear selection problems and he's dropped off the pace.
The first stage we were doing okay, but second stage, the most twisty one, we have the stage that has 1,000 corner, maybe on the fourth corner, we just broke. I don't know, suddenly first and second gear is not working, so we are doing third, fourth and fifth all the time. And it's also, we have no confidence with that thing, so we just take it easy.
We lost about a minute on the transport section because we had a flat and we suspected it quite late. So we had to quickly change it, and by the time we got to the stage we had lost a minute, so that's about 10 seconds off on Cody. But we got about almost 4 seconds back on the last stage on him, so I think the lead's up to 5 seconds again. So it's okay, let's see, we've got 3 stages to run.
Could be very close. It's within a few seconds at least at the moment, so it's been a good battle, and we're sort of fortunate, I guess, in a way that we've managed to claw back a lot of time on him. He was well ahead of us yesterday, but he ran into trouble, and I think he's got a time penalty as well this morning. Gives us an extra 10 seconds, so we'll take it for sure.
Back out on the stages, and Crocker has 43 kilometres left to take back the lead. But then, disaster strikes.
50, 5 right clip, 100, it's 12.4 to go. Turn 3 left, is it a rear? It's a front right. We'll end up destroying the car if we don't change it.
A flat tyre wrecks any chance of victory for Crocker and co-driver Atkinson, dropping the motor image pair to third place and out of contention. Any chance that Taguchi might challenge for the lead disappears in a cloud of dust. The Japanese driver is held up by dust from Crocker, who's back on the road after changing his puncture. The visibility is so bad that at times Taguchi is forced to a standstill and he loses over 35 seconds. The Japanese driver wins the rest of the day's stages, but the gap to his leading teammate is too great, and the championship leader settles for second spot.
Now. Right. Yeah, right now.
Further down the order after his earlier problems, Scott Petter gets his MRF Mitsubishi home in 6th place. Brian Green is 5th in his Mitsubishi, taking another good haul of championship points to make him 5th equal with Gill and Sunka. On his home event, 4th is disappointing for Sunka, but there's consolation by winning the 2008 Indonesian Rally Championship, with 1 round still to run.
We are fourth, we are happy, and especially we also win the Indonesian Championship today and also for the whole year.
Also picked up bonus points today.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we get some bonus points for today. Yeah, hopefully it will fix my position in the off-road classification for the RPRC.
This is very good for us. We must finish this rally. We must finish front of Cody. This is what we do. So very good.
Yeah, just a puncture just on a left-hand corner, and we actually hit a small rock with the sump guard, but pretty sure we sort of straddled it, but unfortunately it got the tyre and instant flat, so had to change it in the stage because we had about 12 k's to go. So there's no way we'll get through without losing lots and lots of time and damaging the car potentially. So we just decided to change it and get extra hot in the process.
After a fantastic battle early on, Gill finally brings his MRF Mitsubishi home with a winning margin of 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's a brilliant feeling because I've been watching these guys for a couple of years on the telly, and now I'm actually racing against them and matching their times. So it's great. It's good. I'm really happy. I'm pretty excited. And thanks to my team, MRF Tires, they work pretty well. Thanks to Katsu. He's always been there for me. He's been helping me out to drive better always. And well, what can I say? I mean, we had good luck and we've come here on the podium.
It's a tremendous victory for Gill, proving that the youngster has the outright speed and skill to compete on level terms with much more experienced competitors. Not only that, he's withstood tremendous pressure from Crocker and teammate Taguchi on this final day to hold them off and take the first international rally victory for an Indian rally driver. After 225 kilometres of competition, Gill wins the 2008 Rally of Indonesia by 1 minute 6.9 seconds, with Crocker 2 minutes 13.7 seconds off the winner.